Should we let Zoe do the intro?
Yeah, he did one.
I already did it.
Oh, okay.
Jude.
Hello, Vietnam!
Coming at you with the podcast from Culture Stream. This is your host, Jude, the Rude Phelan.
Rude Jude.
And with the co-host, JTC Boy,
What up? What up?
James Tone Phelan.
Yo, yo, yo.
And this guy over here, Lorenzo.
Badass introduction.
And we have our special guests, Nelson Baker.
The Prince.
And Elroy Leeroy
Scarface.
Chouteau.
Yeah.
All right, that was a good intro, man. Shout out to brother Jude for bringing us in. Welcome back. Welcome back. Today's an awesome episode that we have planned. We have our special guest here, and yeah, we actually had to just jump right into it because I have some stories to share and a lot of laughs coming your way. What do we want to start with, Tones?
Well, we want to go ahead and do the Cedar City, Utah story. But that story that we was talking about, the clone story, that goes in with the Cedar City story.
It's a follow-up.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the one where your little 2-block parade, or was that?
Oh, yeah, the parade. I forgot.
Bro, they put us in that little truck, too.
Well, 1980s Toyota truck.
We got a little taste of it, but if you guys could elaborate on it.
Bro, that gig was wild. That gig was crazy. I don't know who took that gig anyway. I can't remember.
One of you guys.
Okay.
I think I did.
It was me.
It was me.
But yeah, anyway, Cedar City, I can't remember if it was like the city itself or the community or what. They invited us out to host, and we went. You know, it was somewhere different for us to go, and we were just being ourselves practically and having fun, singing and whatever. And who was it? Was it Stas and Jared? Stas and Jared, yeah. So men's exhibition comes around, and they have all the dancers go out there. And the other host drum was singing for the men, and we sang for the women already. And the boys weren't dressed, so we told them to go out there and dance. So they go out there and dance, and
Add a little context to it, though. Like,
yeah,
Z outfit.
They had a
Very
drumstick.
disrespectful.
Stasso had the fucking Hobbit feet out.
Oh yeah.
I was wearing those sandals.
Yeah. They did it like that, and then later on that day, remember they sang a fancy dance song, and then Stas went like by the drum, and he danced fancy with the drumstick again, and that's kind of I think what pissed off the committee. I think.
But elders loved it. The elders.
Yeah,
loved
people
it.
were laughing around the drum. We were just having fun though, you know, like it wasn't like no disrespect or nothing. But anyway, they got fucking offended, and at the end of the powwow, we were. Oh no! What else happened with the parade too? Right? Yeah, the parade was like we didn't have a truck to go in the parade, so like we have one for you, and it was like the smallest truck possible.
Straight bomb.
Yeah,
Complete, like, little old school throw. But, like, the little trucks you see, like, driving around, like, warehouses and shit, like, moving stuff around.
Dump truck.
it was crazy. Anyway.
Tones was just like, hey, I'm not fitting back there. I'll just drive.
You guys look like a whole bunch of Arabians in the back.
Loaded up in the
It
back.
looked like something like that, like a damn car bomber type
For
dog.
real, bro.
It was crazy.
There was like 7 or 8 of us in the back of that little truck, man. It was looking nuts. And our drum was big, too.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I just told these guys, like, shit, I'm not fitting back there because that box is just small.
Fuck,
I'll
man.
drive.
Look, even when you were driving, it was all janky and shit. Every time you were switching gears, fucking snapping everybody around.
Stick shift.
Just stalling out in the middle of it.
Do you guys remember when we were driving too? We seen all those people fighting in the park with lightsabers.
Oh yeah,
There was
like
like
30
30 people
going on.
all dressed up, and they were fighting with foam lightsabers, bro.
LARPers. He had some LARPers.
I don't know what they're, dude. They were going all out though. It was nuts.
Fully in character.
But anyway, so after the powwow, we were done, right? The powwow was over, and the committee was sitting up in the announcer stand.
I was sleeping in the car.
And I go up there to go get paid, and we asked for our host drum money, and and we asked for our money, and they straight up tell me that, you know, we're not gonna pay you guys what we said we were gonna pay you guys. And we're like, why? Like, why wouldn't you guys pay us what the contract says? And they said, well, you guys were extremely disrespectful, and we didn't like the way you guys. What did they say? We didn't like the. What did they say? We didn't like the way you guys hosted, and we didn't like. They just didn't like us.
Yeah.
Fuck straight up, bro. They just didn't like us.
That dude was talking.
I don't like
For real, yeah. That guy was just did not like us.
He
so-
was fuming. He had like a list of complaints of why we weren't gonna get paid, and he's like, all my years of traveling, I've never seen something so disrespectful.
Oh yeah. And anyway, fuck, we go wake up Tones, and Tones is like, what? What the fuck? They're not gonna pay us? What? So he wakes up and comes, and Stas is already standing there, and Stas is all fucking fired up too. He's all mad.
I know they pointed him out as an example right away. Like,
yeah, and then we were all standing there. They pointed at Stas. So
You guys brought him.
they were just like, they're like, and you know, you were disrespectful when you went out there and danced and all that. And Stasso just looked at him.
Remember, they're like, you're being a clown out there. Remember?
Yeah, and he's like, well, shit. What if I am a clown? What if that's my way?
he's all like, look, what if I have that right with my people back home?
Fucking righteous. But yeah, so they weren't gonna pay us because of that or whatever. And luckily this guy had the contract, and he was like, well, if you guys don't want to fucking pay us, we have lawyers, we have tribal lawyers that will represent us, and we can ask for our money back. And they were like, okay, yeah, we'll pay you guys.
So they were super confrontational up until that moment.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like, all right, we're gonna go ahead and pay you, but we're gonna go ahead and tell you guys off a little bit too while we pay you out.
But we're not gonna.
So the guy made a list of his complaints. And
Yeah.
Bro, and like none of them were like justifiable as far as like not making any songs. We were all there.
And mind you, this isn't even like a big powwow. Like, I don't want to call it like a hobbyist powwow, but it's borderline, you know.
less
like,
than 100 dancers, bro.
shit, probably less than 50.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Yeah, about 50 dancers.
It
It was
no-
2 days, right?
Yeah,
it was 2
it was
days.
no powwow arbor. It looked like, you know, one of those little janky Oklahoma powwows, just like benches. That's the straight up way I can like describe it. They had like
Set
a
up the
little
canopy and
little
powwow.
MC stand, and the rest was just all like little janky benches. Like people were knocking them over and shit. So it's one of those.
How about when that kid dropped his plume? Remember?
Shit, it landed
That
perfectly. It was like
that
boop.
stick landed in the ground, but the plume was up in the air, and he just picks it up, and then Randy Woods, the arena director, he comes running across the floor. Put that back. That kid just sticks it back
in the ground. I remember that too, yeah. Put that back.
Shit, he walks over to it, dude, checks it out. Oh, it's not even real. Here you go.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, we got a little taste of that story from Tones, and they said that you guys got into it with the powwow committee, and it's just one of the lines that stuck out when you said, "And your parade was whack too," or something.
Yeah.
Boys are fucking head.
Boys are firing back.
They say something like, made us get in that whack ass parade.
Yeah.
2-block parade.
Look, we woke up all early with your whack ass parade. And fucking put us in a little tiny truck.
For real, man. That was probably one of the crazier gigs.
Oh yeah, and then he hit us with the line too at the end, like, yeah, you guys still got a lot of growing up to do.
Oh yeah, that's what he left us with. We're just like, all right then.
Fuck, he had some badass lines in there. Like, I've traveled all over Utah, as far north as Wyoming, Colorado, like all the just like, what?
He was
all
like,
the regional places. Like what?
he's like, I've been powwowing for so many years, and I've been all over. And Nelson's like, oh, yeah, where you been?
Well, fucking tell me then.
I've been to Montana, Wyoming, Utah, Colorado. It's like fucking 4 states.
All neighboring states.
That's all over.
Yeah, that's all over. No, but anyways, let's finish that story that.
Oh yeah. The doppelganger. No, the
Oh,
clone.
yeah, the clone.
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
No.
LARPing.
Yeah.
So,
Where was it that we ran into?
in Beaver,
Oh, yeah,
Utah.
the Beeve.
The Beeve. So my sister messaged. She said she was coming to Vegas, and before we went to Cedar City, we stayed a night in Vegas. Then we went to Cedar City, and then after the power was over, we were heading out, and my sister's like, "Yeah, we're almost to Beaver, Utah." She's like, "You guys want to meet up?" So like, all right. So we pulled into that gas station and introduced all the boys and kind of just talked probably about like 5-10 minutes. Then we left, and then she kept going. And then we went to Denver, and then we're like, all right. Got to Denver, and that's when this guy puts Tass on the plane.
Shipped him out.
Shipped him out.
You're going home.
Got a lot of growing up to do. You're going home. No, but then we got there, and then my sister's like, "Hey, I seen that guy." I was like, "What guy?" She's like, "It was like 2 days later." She's like, "I seen that guy in Vegas," and I was like, "Which guy?" And she's like, "Your friend." And I was like, "Oh, all right, yeah." I didn't know who she was talking about. And then we got home, and she came back after Vegas, and she was telling us, she's like, "Yeah, I seen that guy, your friend. He had the what was it, Pippin?"
Yeah, it was like a black Bulls jersey.
Yeah.
Pippin jersey.
She was like, "He has a hat. He was with you guys in Beaver." And I was like, "Leeroy?" She's like, "I think so." And then only way she could explain to him was like the jersey and stuff. And then I was like, well, Leeroy's the only one. She was like, "Yeah, he came up to us in Vegas." And he came up and talked to us, and I think it was in like Caesar's Palace or something. And they were staying there, and the whole time this guy was with us in Denver, and she freaking seen his spirit or whatever in Vegas.
Traveler.
Yeah.
The teleporting around, I guess. No, it was all kind of I didn't put that much thought into it really until they started like describing like clothes I've had, and I think that was what I was wearing when we met up with her at that gas station or whatever.
Yeah.
But she described everything, like the details down to a T. And I was like, what? But yeah, I mean, like, I guess it's possible. I don't remember being there, but I remember they saying like I was in a rush though.
Yeah.
Like, when they talked to me, like, oh, I was trying to take off and go do something. I was like, well, it would have been that way either way. So, Vegas and all, but
Pretty crazy story though.
His heart was in Vegas.
yeah.
What happens in
Left
Vegas?
his cheeks in Vegas.
Forgot to call his spirit back.
Yeah.
So we did party all night though.
Hey, man.
Well, yeah.
What did we just say? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Usually.
Except for herpes.
Whoa.
Whoa. Hey, man, I got a clean bill of health. I don't know what you talking about.
Not after that clone.
Hey, man, someone probably just plucked a hair out and did some witchcraft.
Put it in a candle for
Some
him.
witchcraft. Put it in a candle.
Fuck.
The candles lit on Fremont Street.
No, that was years later at INFP, but we'll get to that event eventually too. But yeah.
INFP was crazy.
Epic.
Pushed his mic away.
Boys just shaking their heads over there.
Last time we were in there, I got the same reaction out of Jude for a Rude Jude story, but yeah. Someone's like, whoa, what?
For everybody out there, Jude is known as Rude Jude.
Was
known as Rude Jude, and
He's still there.
dormant.
He's around.
Yeah.
Don't awaken the monster.
Yeah, there's been plenty of stories that come out about Rude Jude, and I don't know if we're allowed to say them here on the podcast.
Go ahead.
Shit, I got one.
I got one too. No, I'm just kidding. Right away.
Shit, I could chime in a couple times too if you want.
Got that one about when we was after the powwow was all in Vegas, and we went to Circus where we were playing beer pong, and then pretty soon we all just started drinking around and freaking. I walked outside. It was like 9 in the morning. And I was like, "Fuck, I'm going back to the room." I just called a cab. Cop got a ride back to the room, and about 20 minutes later, Stas comes in. And he's like, "Hey man, better go get your brother out there, man." I was like, "What?" It's like, "Yeah, man, you better go get your brother, man." He's like, "Why? What's going on?" He's like, "Fucking cops got him, man." I said, "Fuck." Got up. I still half cut, man. Walked down. Had to catch the elevator down and then walk all the way across
It's like 100 yards.
Excalibur. Fuck no, it was Excalibur. You guys were in the front. We got off in the back. So I had to walk to the front, and I walk outside, and this guy is standing against that wall. "Fuck you guys, man. This is my land, man. This is native land, man. Fuck you guys." He's fucking just...
Was I wrong?
Check this out. The fucking cops didn't want to touch him. They were scared of him. They're just standing there like, "Can you get him to be quiet, please?" I was like, "Dude, shut the fuck up, man." He's like, "Oh, man, what did I do?" I was like, "Fuck, man, behave, man. They're going to take you to jail." This guy, "Fuck you guys, man." And then there's that cab driver. So he forgot the two boys jumped out that he was with.
I was in the middle, and Stasso and Baby Vern are on each side, and they said, "Last one out has to pay the bill," and I was in the middle seat, and I was sleeping.
Hear that cab driver's like, "I just want him to pay. It's only $26. And this guy's like, "Fuck you, man." He's fucking flipping out on that cab driver. Fuck, he's hitting that cop car in the fucking hood. "This is my land." Fuck, man. I was like, "Dude, shut up, man. They're freaking take you to jail." All right. He's sitting there. I told that cop, I was like, "Man, we're from North Dakota. We're leaving. As soon as we pass over, we're going to sleep and we're going to leave." He's like, "If you can take him to the room and pass him out," he's like, "I'll let him go." Grabbed you like a little kid. "Come on, fucking going to bed." This guy, "All right, brother, did you save me?" But shit, those cops and that cab driver were fucking scared of this guy, man. He is flipping out.
So who paid?
I did.
I spent all my money on lap dances.
Should we even go to a strip club?
You didn't.
Oh.
Oh, so okay, it wasn't really Rude Jude, but this story is pretty funny, man. So, we had a host gig up in Canada one time in Ontario, and where they put us up was at this like a boathouse. So like we stayed like on the water in a boathouse or whatever. And I'm not mentioning any fucking names. I'm not even mentioning where we were. But anyway, we're in Ontario. We were there, and anyway, so we go to everyone at the powwow on Saturday was like, "Are you guys going out? We're like, yeah, fuck, we don't know where to go out around here, but yeah, we're gonna go out, I guess. Yeah, we'll go out.
Nearest bush.
For real. Anyway, so one of the locals was like, yeah, we'll cruise you guys around. So like, all right, cool, fuck yeah. So we hop in the car, and we go check out the bar in town, which was like about maybe 20-30 minutes away. And we were hanging out there for a while, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Yeah, let's go back to the res, man. There's a fucking house party." We're like, all right. You know, it's like kind of skeptical about a fucking res party. Anyway, we show up, and bro, The fucking party was lit, dude. They had a fucking DJ on the back porch. There was like almost 100 fucking people.
I remember this now.
There was like 100 fucking people in the back, right? And like in the backyard and fucking standing there, and we were fucking. It was a good time, man. Like, playing music. Everyone was super nice to us, and like it was a good time. And the sun was starting to come up, and obviously the powwow started at like 12 or like 1 or something. Anyway. So we're on our way back, and we're like, hey, man, we should fucking dip now. We're like, all right, yeah, let's head out. All right, go ask that chick to drive us back. He's like, all right. So we fucking asked her, and she's like, yeah, I'll cruise you guys back. That's fine. And I don't know if she was drinking, but anyway, we were all fucking driving back, and before we left, I was like, Jude. He's like, what? It's like, fuck, bro, she's into you. He's like, what? She's into you, I said. And he's like, no way. I said, I swear to fucking God, bro. And he's like, all right, yeah, fuck, whatever. We laughed about it, and then we left, right? We left, and we were driving there, and I was sitting behind Jude. Jude was in the front seat, and I kept fucking pushing him in the shoulder, and he kept pushing me back. Fuck off. Anyway, we fucking get to our destination, and we hop off the car, and I'm like, at this point, I'm like, Jude, what the fuck, bro? Come on. And he was like, no, bro, no. I was like, why? No. We had to start yelling at each other, and I was like, why? Then he yells, I can't get past the stash. Homegirl had a mustache, bro. I was just like, all right, okay. All right, yeah, all right, let's go to bed.
All right, good night.
Fuck, no shit, bro. We were like yelling at each other and fucking grabbing each other. I was like, come on, bro, what the fuck? He's like, no, why? I can't get past the stash. I just left him alone after that.
All right.
Almost.
He tried. He thought about it too.
Look, I was bothering him, bro.
Lifelong of waxing that lip, maybe. I was wondering the story you're telling. I was like, oh fuck.
Once you heard all the people in the fucking backyard, dude, that backyard party was lit though. Holy
big
man.
ass bonfire.
It was crazy. It was awesome.
I know, we got Leeroy thinking over there.
Which instance should I pull up this time, man?
Whatever you got.
It's up to you.
I mean, there's the countdown story. I don't know. Do I gotta retell that one?
It was pretty dope.
Yeah. I think the people need to hear about that one, man.
Okay. Well, I'll try to keep it condensed a little bit here. But all right, we were at Morongo one year. Went to the after party, right? Morongo 49 after party, whatever you want to call it. It's in the back, right? Behind the powwow, in that big gravel pit or parking lot, whatever you want to call it, anyways. Boys showed up, just the right time and stuff. We're there for a little while, like 2 or 3 hours. Everyone's getting sauced, feeling good. Or so I thought, Well, I guess, no, you were in a good mood when you came to the van, at the time we were taking around a big, like, green, I don't want to call it like a
Let me say this in my defense. Let me say this. I remember I was chilling with Daryl Hill and Little Man, and they brought out the 99 bananas.
Okay.
That's what I remember, and then...
Well, that's what happens when you freelance and go do your own thing, man. The rest of us were at the van.
That's what happens when you leave the pack.
Yeah. Anyways, the rest of us were all kicking it at the van there. It's a real big van, like, you probably throw, well, I don't know what's the max we threw in there at one time. Like,
yeah, there's about
like
6
14,
in the back seat.
Yeah, like 14 of us at one time. I can't even remember where, to be honest, but like, I remember we stacked a bunch of people in there and then like threw a couple people in like the rear too. So we made it work no matter where we were at with that big van, but we were traveling around in Cali in that big van. But anyways, we're all hanging out there at the after party, sipping around and smoking and everything. Everyone's chilling out. And then this guy comes back and, he's like, hey, I want to smoke. somebody roll it up. And you're like, wait, I got weed too. Hold on. Where's my weed? And he started like digging around the back seat. And he's like, should be right there. It's where I left it. And they're like, everyone's looking around like, no, man, it's not there. The containers, and no one's seen it. And we didn't have the interior lights or nothing on either, so it was kind of dark. And he's like, fuck that. Who's got my weed? Who's got it? It's back there. One of you guys took it.
One of you guys took it.
Like, he's already fucking like boiling up over. He's like, just because he couldn't find his stuff. I was like, it's like, hey man, just fucking dig around, man. Someone feel around, and it's gonna be back there. Like nobody took nothing out. Like we had our own stuff. Like like we were smoking in there too, but we had our own stash. We were just chilling there, whatever. Like, hey man, it's there, whatever. We'll roll some of ours. No, fuck that. Where's my shit? Hey, well, fuck it, we couldn't find it, or I don't know if people just didn't want to look, but this guy was just escalating more and more. He's like, all right, you guys don't want to look. I'm going to start counting. You don't want me to get to 10. He fucking started out as fucking kind of normal, even though he's all worked up. 1. And I got to 2. 2. Anyways, by the time he's getting like to fucking 5 or 6, like, 5. And I forgot where the countdown is. It was probably like at 7 or 8. Man.
It was
like
7. I got to 7.
Nobody knew what to do though. Like he was getting louder and louder. Everyone just froze up. Like, dude, what do we do? Like, fuck. He got so loud. I was like, I just flipped the light. I was like, hey man, just fucking find his shit. Yeah, well, it turns out it was just underneath the seat where he left it anyway. But like, it just went underneath the seat. But yeah, fuck. That was definitely a Rude Jude moment, man.
That was Rude Jude. I confirm.
Say he was in the driver's seat too, huh?
Yeah. No, I was in the driver's seat. This guy, because we didn't have nobody's shotgun, and it was just open. Because I think you were sitting there earlier before you took off, and then nobody came and took the seats. But then you came back, and
How did he look?
fuck.
He said he was like leaned off that.
Fuck yeah, he's leaning back out. 7!
Head up in the air.
For real. Eyes closed. Just fuck, man. But yeah, he went straight back to normal after that, though. So I mean, it was like a switch, It was like, well, he was all good once he found his stuff. But yeah, that was definitely a Rude Jude moment. But
You don't want to see me get to 10.
quite literally. And it was loud too. If you know this guy personally, or you met him in person or talked to him in person, he's got like a naturally like loud voice. So when he's like raising his voice louder and louder, fucking, I remember seeing someone like fucking sitting there like
Plugging the ears.
like they had their hands over their ears when he was getting louder and louder. Like, oh, fuck.
Still sitting there, just taking it.
For real.
Not even looking. Just
Could have just got off the van.
I know, man. Fucking everyone was just sitting there like he was holding them hostage for their fucking count or something.
sorry.
What do we do when he gets to 10?
Or what is he gonna do?
I don't know if he had it planned out that far. He just knew he was gonna count, but well, luckily we found his stuff. So
In your defense, Jude.
I was out of it.
Shit, one year we was host drum at in Chicago. It's like 2009. We I don't know who said that we was the host for the 49 or whatever, but it was at some night or some bar, and
They had flyers made with our names.
yeah, it was like war party clothing, but they had like flyers, they had shirts. It was this big old 49 anyways. It was supposed to be, but so when the powwow started, the guy that did the prayer, he was being all somehow on the mic, being holy and everything. So
No, remember he was like, watch this shit.
yeah, oh yeah, that's right. He's like, watch this shit. Then he goes up there and he's like kind of scolding everybody, and then starts praying. Anyways, the powwow gets over and little man singing with us, little man Contreras. He's like, yeah, we'll pick you guys up. I was like, shit, I think I was like 19 at the time. I wasn't even old enough to get in the bar. And he's like, yeah, well, I'll get you in, man. I know the owner. We'll just get you right in. He said, you guys are the hosted at 49. I said, all right. So we walk in, like, the owner comes out and he's like, all right, walk in with me. So we all walked in together. Oh, before that, I was all, I usually wear red, right? And here we're walking down the street and this freaking car pulls up. A bunch of Mexicans start saying shit. And I'm like, huh? And I didn't know, like, I was like, huh? And started walking towards them. And then little man grabs me, like, hey, hold up. And they were reaching for their gun. They thought I was talking, like, they thought I was like a gang member. He's like, no, he's Native American. You know, we wear red and stuff like that. So anyways, we get to the bar, go in. First person we see is the guy that does the prayer. He's like, he's holding a beer.
He's all dancing on the bar. Hey, and he sees us, remember?
Yeah.
Sees us coming and he points at us. Ah!
Awesome.
So we're sitting there, freaking late. Jerry Cleveland was at the bar, so we're just chilling with him at the bar, and he's buying us Long Island's.
Yo.
His style.
Yeah, his
Classic.
style. Yeah, fuck. We was drinking them, and
Caught
this guy starts fucking getting drunk, right? And then they're like, all right,
I caught up.
20 minutes to the 49 contest. You know, you guys start getting your groups. You know, it's me, this guy, and was it Little Man, huh?
Yeah.
So we're like, well, we're the hosts, you know, and we should be getting paid or whatever. So they're like, no, hosts got to sing too. They got to sing for the money. So what's the prizes? And they're like, and they made it real big, right? And they're like, it's $500 in a 24 pack. So fuck yeah, we got some after beer, right? All right, first group up, fucking White Lodge, and this guy's already gassed, man. He walks up there and just grabs that mic. Shut the fuck up! And everybody, it was like loud, and everybody got quiet. And he's like, "You guys are gonna fucking listen to me." And everybody's like all scared of him, like, "Holy fuck!" And he's like, "We're gonna fucking sing for you guys, and you guys are gonna fucking like it." And the whole bar is quiet, and I lost it, man. And everybody's like a sigh of relief. Oh, fuck! They all started laughing. Like they thought this guy was serious.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. We ended up winning it, but we only got a 24 pack.
Hold on, and then remember we sang your song, the one that we put on that Young Bear CD.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
sang that one, but we didn't have any hand drums, so we just did a cappella, and then we got done, and we were walking off, and fucking here the one that did the prayer, he had a hand drum, and he had a crew with him, and they all went up with their hand drum, and I was fucking buzzed up. Hey, fuck, that ain't fair. We didn't get no fucking hand drums.
That's weak though. He held out on the hand drums. Fucking weak guy.
Hook a holder.
Yeah,
I would have called his ass out too.
They got the 5, y'all got the beer.
Yeah. So that was a good little gig out there, though.
Fuck, this makes me bring up like more stories in my head, but some of them ain't even Rude Jude stories. It's on you guys too, so just let me know.
let them go. Fucking put me on blast, fuckers. This is the reality of the Powwow Trail, man. The good times.
Well, it's only because you
memories.
guys brought up hand drums and shit. Because I'll keep this one brief. We were hosting. What was that? I want to say. We were in Lawrence. Fuck. For those of you around the area, Haskell area, that ever went out around there, you know, sometimes teepees happens or whatever, you know. And we were host drumming. What was that, Johnson County? That big like indoor field house or whatever.
Aria.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, we all went out. And well, it's not a Rude Jude story. I don't even think you went out that time. I think you were there. You just chilled at the room or whatever.
He was just Jude.
You were just chiefing.
Yeah, strictly. He reeled it in for one weekend. Anyways, the rest of us all went out and shit. And, you know, that's the after spot. So this is probably like 3, 4, probably good about 4 or 5 in the morning. Honestly, you know, the boys are there carrying on, having a good time. It's a BYOB event. You know, bring your own brews. You know, supply yourself, and it's just like the spot to be at. You know, a spot to keep doing whatever. It's supervised and everything. And Well, this guy was on one all night, you know. He's just, you know, going around visiting and making his rounds. And we lost track of him for a while. They're like, damn, where the hell did this guy go? And nobody could find him. And there's like a little backyard area behind the building there where everyone chills out at. And all of a sudden you just hear his real fucking flat-ass hand drum start going off on a beat. And this guy just fucking starts wailing by himself. It was funny though, because we were all like standing in a group where we were sitting down, and fucking everyone heard that drum, and everyone's head like popped up and turned at the same time. You could hear him singing. Fucking the boys went all rushed out there. Fucking, they didn't even question him either. That was the funny part. We just didn't even question. Fucking ran up and started back.
Just back.
If you sing, they will come.
I still don't know where the hell that hand drum come from or anything. This guy just popped up randomly. Like, it was real fucking like damn cardboard, like cooler, man. Like, you're hitting that drum hard as fuck. And then we sang one song and that was it. Everyone went storming back in.
All right, this is over.
Because we were talking about that all like, fuck, this man has fucking bunch of natives as the after spot. Nobody brought a fucking drum, or, you know, how come no one's singing around? You know, fuck, we're close to Oklahoma. Nobody wants to 49 around or nothing. You know, his Haskell's here. You know, people sing around. And nobody had nothing but fucking Nelson. I don't know how to put it. He just had a drum out thin air.
Some guy was standing there with it, and I was like, "Are you gonna use that?" I said, "Give me that drum." I think that's what I said. You know, I didn't say it nice, and I just fucking.
Give me that fucking drum. You ain't no world champion.
Chill, bro.
Sure, fucking works. Get that hand drum.
Give me that fucking hand drum.
For real. Long story short, don't be the guy. Don't be that guy that shows up with a hand drum just to stand around and put out the vibe.
For real though, that's what he was doing. I pointed at him. I was like, "What the fuck? This guy's not gonna sing." I remember that's what I said. I was like, "Hey, you gonna use that hand drum?" Man, I was hurt the next day. Fucking.
Oh, I got the picture to prove it.
Sleeping on those fucking mats on the behind the truck.
For the pole vaulting or whatever, they got those real thick mats.
It's comfortable.
They're over in the corner, and fucking we couldn't find this guy again. He still had his fucking outfit on too.
Fucking sleeping on the mat.
Fucking full on starfish with his legs hanging off. Fuck this guy. Get up, man. What? Fuck, we're host drum. Everyone could see you over here. Fuck, I'm tired.
I was just tired, that's all.
And then that one guy went running across. Remember they're announcing winners?
Oh, this guy.
That one guy, he had
Oh, yeah, this guy. Fuck. He had a backpack. This guy. He's got a bomb.
Real loud, too. Like, real loud. He's got a bomb.
well, he did look like a little terrorist.
What's that dude's name?
Fucking Freddie.
Oh, Freddie Gibb.
Hell no. Shout out Freddie Gibb.
Yo.
Bro didn't know.
He's got a bomb.
Bro, I think he was partying with us that night.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was too.
He brought the hand drum.
Look, we're piecing this night together, one step at a time.
It was in the
here.
backpack.
It was in the back.
It's not a bomb, it's a hand drum.
Damn. You boys still didn't grow up, I see.
Woo, yeah.
Fuck no.
How about we went to Wisconsin? We were all partying in a room and had random people coming in from around the area. And we were sitting out there in that one room, and this guy comes in with his girlfriend. Shit, he's got a Smoky Town jacket, Smoky Town medallion, Smoky Town hat. You know, pretty sure he had gloves too. He came in and I was looking, I was like, holy shit, look at this guy. He's all Smoky Towned out, you know. So I went up to him and said, hey, bro, who do you sing with? Shit, Smoky Town.
No fucking shit.
It was a joke and everybody laughed, you know, except for his wife. His wife was pissed. Oh. Fuck, you don't like Smoky Town?
Oh, just took it there.
What are you making fun of my boyfriend for? She said, and I was like, it's just a joke.
She made him deli.
Yeah. Like a dead giveaway.
Thought he sang with somebody else. Damn.
Just making sure. Damn. What if you just really like the crew?
I know, he's a big fan.
Big fan.
Shit, she had his back though. It's a good woman.
One thing Jude always did too, like when we sang at powwows, if somebody walked up to the drum with a fringe jacket or a fringe vest, right before they call us, Jude would fucking stand up in front of everybody, shake that person's hand, and sit back down. They wouldn't even say nothing, just fucking head nod, handshake, sit back down. I remember at gatherings, it was like a dude, like fucking second row, and Jude told that person to move, and then he shook it.
Thanks for honoring our culture.
Man, yeah, there's a lot of stories, bro, and I'm sure like a lot of other drum groups got stories. I'm sure a lot of other people got.
But you're
stories.
scared.
But and I feel like this podcast is like one of those things that you just keep it real, man. Don't sugarcoat shit.
Well, I mean, it ain't no secret, shit. We're all of around the same age, and we were all younger. So, I mean, shit, you go have a good time. That's all there is to it, really.
Yeah.
You're young, you live and you learn, you have a good time, and that's part of the reason we're all so close, That's why we're all bros, because we can look back and tell those stories and whatnot. And,
Laugh about them.
That's I'm encouraging you drum groups to go out and drink. No. No. I'm kidding. All right. I'm kidding. No.
Fucking chill.
That's part of just like building the camaraderie and shit. You see groups that they don't last, or something isn't sitting right, or they can't get things to where they want to be. And it's part of like building that bond with each other. Being consistent. Just spending time with one another. Building up all these stories and memories together. It goes a long way. It's more than just going and sitting down together. You got to have some type, thing.
Connections.
Yeah, something like that. Something you guys could all share and look back and laugh around about. And that's what keeps everything solid. And even if there are like disagreements or fights, people get mad at each other or whatever, then you could fall back on that type of stuff. Smooth it back over. Like, all right, yeah, you're good. Look, we're all good.
Yep.
After that being said, I got a story on Nelson. We was host drum at Kiayo Powwow.
Oh shit!
I think I'm part of this one.
No, it was just me and this guy. It was like before the powwow started. We showed up early, and my sister Martha used to live in Missoula.
Yeah, okay, that's when we went out.
Yeah, and then she took us out. She's like, "Let's go check it out downtown." So we went. And we was drinking. We weren't that. I don't know. The heat was kind of lit, but I was all right. And
It is a college town.
yeah, and this guy's like, "Man, I'm looking for some smoke. Who's got some?" And I was like, "Should just ask a random." And then pretty soon we're at this like food stand after the bar closed. Or the club closed. We were at this food stand, and this white girl walks up, and she's like, "You guys native?" And we're like, yeah." She's like, "Are you guys going to the powwow?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're the host drum, And then this guy's like, "You have any weed?" And she's lit too, and she's like, "Yeah, I got some." And this guy's like, "Let's go smoke." And then she's like, "All right." Fuck, she took off running, man. Fucking Nelson was running behind her. Fuck, she ran all the way up that fucking hill, man. Nelson halfway. Fuck that, man. I turned around and walked back.
Was it worth it?
Fuck, she just kept running too, man.
Fuck, bro. She was like running. Like I was just like, what the fuck? All right, I guess we're running.
Fucking T1000.
Yeah. He didn't even smoke that night.
Went to bed bummed out.
That was too much work.
Yeah.
That same powwow.
Tell what happened after.
Yeah, we all we started
Tell the after party.
Yeah, we did the host gig. It was that Monday.
Toast is right in there with us.
It was that Monday. We were all pumped on. Not only we all had like big aspirations to win gatherings. We were all like pumped for it. So we just kept going. We kept drinking after the powwow ended.
Sunday we partied, and then we woke up and kept.
Yeah, we woke up Monday and went to Hooters
For breakfast.
Started in at Hooters, and I remember Nelson had his beadwork, and I was like, "I'm gonna wear this sucker all day," and I put on his
My headband.
his headband, his beater headband. I wore that sucker all day, man.
Fuck, when you say all day, like
all day. Shit, we started there. We started off with some beers there. Like Stas was like, "Yeah, we'll go cook out at my place." So we all right, yeah. So we all cased up and we drove to Stasso's place. What should we do? And then Stas was like, should we go check out the spring, or what was it called? The waterfall.
Yeah, the falls there.
Check out the waterfall. And he said, all right. So we all cased up and we stopped at the liquor store or the store and we cased up.
That's the first time I tried platinums.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
And so we started there. We went up into the mountains and we shit. There's pictures of us fucking all out of it, sitting taking pictures in the hills. Then we
well, who was all there? It was first of all there was Lake Quiche, Ravy, Vern, you, Tones, me, Stas. It was like, and was whatchamacallit there too?
TJ.
TJ was there too. No reason. TJ was always in the mix. Yeah, it was like 8 of us though. Anyway,
so we went up there, and then by the time we came down from the falls, everyone was pretty sauced up. Then Raven's sister called, and she said, "I live in Ronan. You guys come by. I'll do a cookout for you guys." So we were, all right. So we went and cased up again.
holy fuck. Man.
Cased up again. We went straight to her place, and shit. That's when the boys did that. Remember that bear song? Way up, way up, way up, hey. So they were out of it imitating that video. They did a reenactment of that video.
And then we lost Nelson. Where the fuck is Nelson? Fucking go to the neighbor's car. He's passed out in the neighbor's car. The passenger.
I just went to go sleep somewhere, bro. I didn't know where the fuck I was going.
So we all made our way back to Stasso's.
No, we forgot.
No,
Remember what you fuckers did?
I know. That's what I'm getting to.
It was at the house.
It was at that house?
Yeah, that's where we did it at.
Because I remember I passed out and I woke up and Nelson was like, you fucker, at my window. And I was like, I looked at his face and I just busted out laughing.
No, so we was at the house.
You guys tried to wake me up at the casino.
Yeah, we were trying to take him in.
Right.
Fuck, you guys almost got me to go inside.
So he was sleeping in that car and Stas was like, what should we do? Should we mark him up? I was like, fuck yeah, make him look like a bear. So they made him look like a bear, man, with permanent markers.
Sharp teeth.
It was bad, bro.
Then we left that house and we were like,
all
well, let's go
over
to the
my face.
casino. See if we can get this guy to walk around the casino. So we pull up and we're trying to wake this guy up. Come on, Nels, let's go in. Casino. This guy's like, all right. Kind of thought about it. No, I'm just going to sleep. He's like, come on, Nels, let's go. Man, we're all laughing, dude, trying to get him to go in. No, he didn't want to go in, so we went in for like 10 minutes, and then we went back to Stas's mom's.
And then, so we were sitting there, and I remember I was sleeping, and I woke up, and Nelson was at the window pounding on the window. You fucker! Look what you did to my face! And I looked at him, I just bust out laughing. I didn't do it. I said, remember you went into Stasso's, remember his mom was up?
Bro, so when I walked into the house, like by the time we got back to Stasso's, I was kind of like, sobering up, so to say, after drinking all day. Anyway, so I go down into the bathroom, I take a piss, whatever, and then I fucking start washing my hands, and I look up, and I was like, no fucking way.
You were conversating with Stas's mom?
Bro, like
too?
before I went to go use the bathroom, I was sitting on the couch, like talking to Stas's mom for like 10 minutes.
She didn't say anything.
No, bro, she was all fucking sitting there rolling up and fucking visiting me like with a smile, and I'm like just like talking.
She's so nice.
Bro, she was playing along the whole time too, bro. And then I went down and used the bathroom, and then that's when I seen my face, and I was like, "What the fuck, man? What? Did I go in the casino?" I was thinking. Yeah, man, I was in and out after that, but I don't remember them fucking drawing on my face or anything.
Bro, we took a picture and posted it.
My mom fucking messaged all these guys. Hey, you guys take that shit down right now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right away.
Oh, bro, that shit was wild. Yeah, man. Don't pass out around Young Bear, I guess.
You're asking for it.
Then it was after that you guys went to a gathering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you guys took it down, huh?
So no,
Somehow.
Somehow.
even on the way down there, these guys had that fucking stink song playing all the way down. Remember I woke up, I was like, turn that fucking shit off. They just fucking turned it up louder.
Should we listen to Eagle Rib all the way down?
Oh, fuck.
Should they was had some good songs. They was fire.
Vibes.
Yeah.
Chill.
So that's when you guys had, what's the name, TJ with you guys?
No, teacher was rolling with Lake Quiche.
Quiche,
And
yeah, he was one of his drivers. Fuck, he had money to chip in, so he was always chipping in. But yeah, I don't know. He just
came part of the pack, and
yeah, he was just
One of the bros after
Yeah.
a couple powwows.
just didn't help out, but but he traveled with us.
Shit, he was there.
Yeah, he was there.
so that's when you guys went to Kiaya, that's when you had long hair.
Yeah.
After gatherings, that's when you guys gave him the old famous.
Mullets.
Oh, bro. So yeah, after we won gatherings, or whatever, we go to Phoenix, and we decided to go to the powwow. The powwow was in Cali the weekend after, and obviously gatherings was only like $5,000, and there was 12 of us. We probably split like $420 a piece, and we're like, yeah, let's go to California.
We're on the wave.
Yeah, so we headed out to Phoenix, and then Stas was gonna score some weed right off this kid.
Yeah.
And this kid was like 20, and he's like, hey, can you guys give me some beer? I'm like, yeah. What are you doing? He's like, it's my birthday. Well, fuck, cool. You guys want to come? We're like, yeah, we'll come. So we ended up getting him booze, and we go party, right, at his apartment. And he's like, yeah, if you guys want to stay, you guys can stay here. It's cool. We're like, fuck yeah, free place to stay. So we ended up, like, hanging out there for the week, and I think it was, like, the second day in. We were partying, whatever, and, bro, it was like an epic game of beer pong. Tones had, like, the dopest shot I've ever seen in beer pong in my life. Behind the back, off the wall, into the one cup. Fuck, the whole apartment, the whole party lost it. Anyway, we were chilling, and it was like, I don't know, it was like towards the morning, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was towards the
It's
morning.
like 5 in the
And
morning.
then the boys were like, hey, Stas, you fucking said, and Vern, you too, man, you said that you'd cut your fucking hair into a mullet if we win it. And then you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, that's what we said. And then that boy that was like letting us stay at his place, he's like, I have a clippers. And we're like, ooh, and fucking. So we go grab the clippers or whatever, and Stas was first. And I was like, man, I'm just going to give him a traditional mullet, right? So I just cut him around with like a 4 and made it nice and thick so he could style it or whatever. And fuck, bro, he looked like Mel Gibson after he was done. And then Vern was next. And Vern, I was like, well, how do you want your mullet, bro? And he's like, give me like a monk. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, like a monk. So I went like no guard, man. Like shaved like the whole top half of his head. Right down to the skin, man. And then you just had a patch of hair in the back. And his hair wasn't even that long. It was on his shoulders. Huh? So it looked nuts, man. It looked nuts. And then for no reason, TJ, the guy we were saying he was just traveling with us, he's like, fuck, I'll do it too. I'll cut my hair too, yeah. I'm like, fuck, all right, then sit down. So we grabbed his hair and we put it in a ponytail on top of his head, right? And fuck, I just took a scissors, man. I just fucking cut it with the scissors, and then I pulled that rubber band off in his hair. His hair fell like this into bangs, and fuck, all the boys started laughing, and I can't remember who said it. They're like, fuck, he looks like Boy Lad.
As Jude.
So Jude was passed out on the table, sleeping on the table, and we had to fucking wake him up. And all 3 of the boys were standing there and all their mullets. Jude, wake up. Check this out. He's like, what? And he fucking opened his eyes. He's like, what the fuck? Jude woke up to 3 dudes standing there in front of him with all different mullet.
First thing I seen was TJ's. I was like, boy, lad.
So that if you go back and watch videos from the powwow, the boys have mullets in the video. It's nuts, man.
Even at that weekend after the powwow, we went to Kansas, Haskell. And there's videos of TJ and TJ standing behind the drum, then Stas and
Standing behind.
He's a roadie.
Support.
Fuck yeah, man. Stas would like go in public and be like, man, I was wondering why people keep fucking looking at me. Like every time I walk past them, their necks would turn. He's like, then I realized I have a fucking mullet.
Stas is probably the only one I know that can pull it off, man.
Shit, bro. He even grew out the stash for it that week. He grew a thick ass mustache for his mullet. That shit was dope. He's a good sport.
Yeah. We all had one. I think we called Stassos the Joe Dirt. Then we called Baby Vern's Crooked Shields. And then we called TJ's the Boy Lad.
Dope.
That would be. We talked about that story on here before. We heard Jude's perspective, but little did we know he was passed out on the table the whole time.
Fuck, you kind of missed it all there for a second, actually.
I remember the behind the back ping pong. I remember that because we fucking all blew up in
Bro,
that
that was crazy. Like if that was on video, it would be viral.
He looked at it, and there's just one cup on the other side of the table, and he looked at it, looked at the wall. So behind the back, and we fucking threw it behind the back off the wall, and it fucking went in that cup. Bink!
Right in the cup.
Yeah,
That
it
was sick.
fucking blew up.
Kind of going back to what Leeroy was talking about, like traveling, drum groups making memories and stuff. Anyways, this one year we were host at Carry the Kettle with the TBZ, and they had that little town just right up the road called like Indian Head or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's this motel over there, and I think the family that purchased they got it like a week before, and so everything was kind of being renovated and all that. And we were just like, yeah, let's go check out that bar. They had a bar downstairs, and then they're like, we ain't got no system, but we do have a computer. You guys pick your own music. So everybody's like on YouTube and stuff. So fuck, there's us guys, and I think the co-host was Dakota Travels.
Yeah.
It was all my relatives from the Chanupa Wakpa. So we were just sitting there, just hanging out, vibing, and all of a sudden this guy goes up there, starts typing in YouTube, starts to play. Fucking ad comes on. Diarrhea. Everybody just looks, and he's just like, my bad. Fucking turns it down, waits for the ad to get over. And like the two guys, man, the bartenders, they're all sitting there, and they're all like trying to vibe out because they had those little like glowing like necklaces from the powwow, like all those like kid toys. And then I seen him, that guy had a little like, what was it? Like pacifier. It was all glowing and stuff. I was just like, hey man, I say, went to the powwow, huh? Yeah. Went to check it out, my friend. I was like, oh, what'd you think? Very cool. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, man. And he looks at me and says, where the bitches?
Yes.
It was crazy because we fucking stayed in there until about 6 o'clock in the morning, man. They just turned down the lights. Fucking everybody
all
just
good.
chilled in there, man.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you bring that up because we got our own CTK story too.
Hit it.
You guys remember his name? I remember his name.
I wasn't there.
Terry?
Bill.
I wasn't there.
Oh,
Bill.
You weren't?
Remember?
No.
Yeah. Remember we went to Sioux Valley. We competed. Then the boys came up to CTK. We hosted, and then we cruised out to
I
fucking
fucking wasn't there.
You weren't there for Sioux Valley, but you were there for CTK.
Yes, you were
Sarcy.
there for CTK.
you're right. The next day you weren't there at all.
Hey,
You're at the truck.
Sarcy was awesome that year.
So what happened at CTK there?
Well, as you know,
Kind of same thing.
Those Canadian powwows, they kind of drag it out, right? You know, it's usually over about 1 or 2 in the morning. You know, normally bar time, you know, that's it. You know, it's already over. You know, you miss it. But they put us up in a different town, not Indian Head. It was like straight south of there from CTK, and it was like one of those little dingy Canadian things. Like you go in there. We went and checked out the rooms. Like it was like walking in like a fucking old school classroom. Like there's nothing but center blocks. There ain't no drywall up or nothing. It's just paint on center blocks. That's it. It's all real old beds and bedding. Like kind of smells dusty in there. And yeah, but that's where we all stayed.
Dusty and musty.
Yeah, it did. Fucking had that little bit of that old building smell to it.
Mold.
Yeah, a little bit. Something. It could have been the air conditioner. Anyways, we these guys were talking in the same. Well, it was you guys. Fuck, I didn't orchestrate this. But anyways, you guys were talking to them when we were checking in and shit, and they're like, "How late do you guys stay open and shit?" "Oh, we usually stay till about 2 or whatever." And he's like, "Well, if I give you a little bit of money now, well, you hold it open later. You know, we're gonna get back late. You know, like we're gonna be hung up there at the powwow, but we still want to come back and hang out and have some drinks and stuff. Would you open it back up?" And he's like, he thought about it. He's like, yeah, I stay right here. You guys just come knock on my door. I'll open it back up for you guys if you want. You know, you can hang out for a little while. You're like, all right, hell yeah, fuck yeah. It's fucked up because the bar, literally, you go down the hallway where the rooms are at, and you go out that main door, and bam, you're in the bar.
You're in the bar. It's like right down the hall to the
bar. So I take off with Mitch. You know, Mitch don't do shit. You know, he's not no drinker, but he's wanted to go smoke and shit. So we went and smoked, and these guys are like, "Hey, we're gonna go in there. All right, I'll come in after I'm done. You know, I'll come meet up with you guys. We'll check it out." And I came back in, and fucking these guys are already like 3 or 4 shots in. Like like right as I open the door, fuck, you guys are all like holding up fucking shots to cheers. Fucking all of a sudden, there he is. I was like, holy fuck, you guys are already lit. I'm like, fuck, hurry up, come on, catch up. Fucking he wasn't kidding. He held the bar open, but fuck, man, we drank there till like almost sunrise.
Yeah, we did.
Like the same fucking deal.
We did?
In the bar.
We did.
We did.
Did we? But I remember anyways, well, it was just us staying there as a drum group or whatever. Then I forgot whose room that was. I think it was you and Wendell's.
Oh, no, that was my room. And
yeah, well, anyways, we were all hanging out. We're all in there carrying on and shit. And Jude had enough, man. He fucking said, "Hey, fuck, I'm going to go to bed, but you guys go ahead and chill out. Just keep it down here. I'm going to go to sleep." So we're all fucking sitting there on the edge of those beds. And Jude is next to the wall on that bed, fucking crashed out. And fucking, I forgot what the fuck. It was Wendell. He was trying to fucking sing around. That was his deal when he got fucking.
Him and Poopsie.
Yeah. When they got fucking out, when he got out of it, fuck, try to fucking, sing around, hum around or whatever. But he fucking wouldn't quit it, This guy kept like, "Hey, man, fucking keep it down. I'm trying to fucking sleep." And finally, he had to tell him about 3 or 4 times. And fucking that last time he fucking set up, he got real fucking pissed, man. "Fucking Wendell, what are you doing, man? I'm trying to fucking sleep." And fucking all of a sudden, it's all our fault. He's like, "Fucking the rest of you guys, you're fucking egging him on. Fuck, tell him to stop."
Tell him to stop.
Trying to fucking sleep. You guys want to do that? Go do that in your room. Fuck. This was like at fucking 6 in the morning.
Bro, yeah, fucking sun was coming out.
It wasn't just coming up, dude. Like, it's fucking
It was already bright outside, dog. It was already bright.
After that, I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to go back to my room.
Fuck yeah, man. I remember laying down. It was super bright.
Fuck. It was fucked up because fuck your mom and dad were staying there too.
I know, bro. We're all getting lit.
Fuck, man. It was real loud. Like, you couldn't hide shit anyway. And, like, it was fucked up in there, like, because the AC, besides the moldy smell, like, the AC it worked, but it didn't blow out, like, cold air. So, like, that whole fucking building was hot, man.
Humid.
Like, it was really fucking stuffy in there. So, everyone had no choice but to just fucking leave their doors open the whole time.
Yeah, everyone had their doors up so you could hear all of us. That place only had like what, 6 rooms? 6
yeah,
or 7
like it was
rooms?
just one short hallway, and then like it turned.
The
to
whole
left
group,
and
the
one
whole
more
drum
room.
group had that fucking hotel. So.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
Anyways, long story short, we had a long night. Not all of us made it to the drum the next day.
All day.
In your defense, Tones?
I don't remember.
I'm supposed to say,
I don't know if I
wasn't
was there. I don't know if I was there.
I don't know if I was there.
Shit, that morning we were leaving, I remember I just started dancing again. And I was leaving. I had my roach, and I put my bags in the car.
I was in a rush.
I went over to get some duct tape for my bowels and shit. So I went over to that right across the street was the grocery store. So I jumped over there, grabbed a couple of things of duct tape. Shit, I'd come out and I jumped in the car. I looked and I was, fuck, it wasn't even my car. I was sitting in somebody else's car. Oh shit, I jumped out and I threw that bag in the back seat and I fucking slammed the back door and I jumped in. I was back and I looked over. I seen Uncle Mister walking over and he was pointing at me. And I rolled down my window and said, "What's up?" And he said, "Your feathers." And I fucking looked and I smashed my feathers
In the door. his fucking plume was hanging out the door. My dad's like, "Hey, your feather."
fuck. And fucking jumped out. My fucking plumes are all fucked up.
Damn, bro, that was a weekday powwow too. It was like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I remember that right after the powwow, man, we had to fucking drive to Sarcy. Like, we had to be there because it was the last qualifying powwow
Yeah, that's
for
right.
Vegas.
Like, literally, we fucking headed out as soon as the powwow was over, and we made it to, like, Swift Current or something. Everybody got a room. And then we woke up the next day and flew to fucking Calgary.
Barely made it, like.
Bro, on our early travels, all in fucking hotel rooms we stayed at on that highway.
We're like that.
We're fucking crazy. Remember, we'd get a crazy fucking motel, not a hotel.
A motel.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we'd check in early, right? Remember that? I don't know if you remember this. We checked into this one, and we were like, "Shit, let's go find the bar." The VLTs were there, and we went over there and pulled up to that bar, and that post office right in front of us. Remember, and they had that fucking Hitler walking with them kids,
yeah, bro.
painting on the window.
Yeah, it was on the window, bro.
And it was Hitler with his swastika,
And he was holding a balloon.
and he had
There was two kids
yeah,
walking behind
two kids
him.
walking with
And it
him.
was on a business. It was sitting
It's at the post
Main
office
Street.
window.
Main Street in the business.
We pulled up. We're like, "Holy fuck! Look at that! Like, fuck that! Get the fuck out of here!"
That's what I just left, bro. We're like, let's just go to the next town.
Fucking racist ass town. But yeah, shit, we would all those hotels, motels,
Right.
and then that one in
Broadview.
Broadview was our fucking spot. That
Well, we knew the owner, man, so the owner would put us up, and he would rent out, like,
not
all
even,
the rooms.
Not even rent out. He'd give us rooms, bro.
Yeah, he'd basically just give us all the rooms, right?
Yeah.
But, like, the business that we brought him was crazy, too. Like, we'd tell everybody to go hit up that spot. And one time he actually hosted a 49 contest. He sponsored the money and everything, and there must have been about almost 100 people that we brought to his business that time.
Yeah.
And one time he even fed us steak dinners,
Yeah,
man.
he marinated fucking like 2-week marinated steaks. He treated us good. I'm not lying. He was a bro, man.
Yeah. His name was Terry.
Yeah,
Shout out to Terry
Terry,
wherever
yeah.
you're at.
He'd lock the door. Fucking go ahead, boys. Have at the bar. He'd say. Remember, boys would be standing behind the bar
Just
making
go to
mixes.
fucking making our own shit.
For real, man.
For real,
bro. That's
That
how
was
fucking
wild.
cool he was with us. He's,
That sounds like Pooh did that at Black Hills in
Really?
16. Fucking me and Derek went outside to go smoke. Hoopy Derek with the bandana.
Yeah.
We went to go smoke, and this white guy was talking shit to everybody walking in. I didn't hear him the first time. I was already kind of gassed walking in there, and white was like, "Yeah, I mean, he was talking shit." He's like, "Oh, more Indians," and some old guy had that guy apologizing every time someone would walk out. Fucking say sorry to him. Old cowboy. "I'm sorry, guys." Derek's like, "What the fuck you do?" And he's like, "This guy's talking shit to Indians." Derek's like, "Really?" Turn around there. Fuck, he hit him and dropped him. Boom. He walked off, went to go smoke. We came back. And we sat down, and we were sitting there, and then the cops showed up. All the cops came walking in. And he's like, "Hey, Derek, take off your bandana. Look, take off your jacket." Took off his jacket, his bandana. He's kind of sitting there. Then Pooh's at the bar trying to get the bartender's attention. Fuck, he's sitting there waiting. They were over there talking. Pooh's looking around. Fuck it. He reached over and grabbed a whole ass bottle with the spout. Fucking grabbed like that. Put it there. Came back to the table.
Fuck, I was sitting there with you guys. I was sitting there with you guys. No, she poured drinks and then she put it down. like poured shots, but put it back on the bar, and it's not behind the bar. And then she turned to go to the cops, and fucking Pooh just grabs it. We go to that fucking table, bro. We're sitting there fucking pouring shots in the back. Big was there too that year. Yeah.
That's what it made me think of when you're saying that. Guys got to go to the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had about. That's why we think we stayed on about every motel on that road, bro.
Yeah.
We traveled
in a small town.
Yeah, with all these small little.
Trans Canada one.
Even in Brandon, remember that Chinese hotel?
Bro, the Brandon trips were fucking
Epic,
bro. Like
epic,
fucking epic, dude. It was just nonstop laughs, nonstop parties, man.
Like that one time Nelson called me, "You better get over here. This guy's talking shit." I went over there and remember his Bryce.
Made Bryson cry.
Fucking made him cry, bro.
I had to go over. Tone, fucking quit being mean to him.
Fucking made him cry. Well, he did judge us pretty fucked up, so whatever.
True. That's true.
That's true.
But the truth. The little Asian bar, that Asian hotel we stayed at.
Yeah.
He was cool with us too. We got to go home pretty good. He'd put us up, and then remember he was like, "Just keep it down." And he came in that one night. Remember he was like, "Just keep it down." I was like, "Get the fuck out, Charlie."
Yeah, he just walked into the room that one time. He just fucking walked in, didn't say nothing, just kind of looked around. We all just looked at him. Get the fuck out. He kind of just laughed and smiled, and he's like, "Make sure you guys clean up in the morning." Like, yeah. The fuck out.
That's when we had fucking, remember on top of the fridge, had like
Those 30 packs?
Yeah.
7 cases just stacked.
Then they exploded in your ride?
In your trunk.
Yeah, because it was fucking too cold outside. Yeah, man, there's lots of stories like that. I mean, fuck. Crazy, man.
Could take up a whole season if we wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
The
like
Chronicles.
as we tell these stories, like more stories pop in my head.
Like,
Honestly,
like the Spud Chronicles.
y'all better clean up. Uncle's gonna be mad.
Oh shit.
So I don't know how this all relates to powwows. I mean, we didn't really talk about no powwow stuff, but I mean, the good times are part of it. Yeah.
Talks about the life of powwow.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
This is the real here. This is people getting the full Monty when it comes to powwow, especially from the singer's point of view.
Yeah, you guys make us sit there all day. You think we're not gonna go have fun?
Sing for you guys, make all these songs, make you dance, and we're not gonna have fun? Come on.
Dancers get to go back to the RVs. We got to sit in the sun.
I'm saying, man, you guys go sit in the damn car and listen to the radio, man.
And we're always the last ones there at powwows.
For real.
Every fucking night.
For real.
That could be a pet peeve right there. I know you guys bring those up. Fucking.
Well, what is your pet peeve?
All right, well, that would be one, them not excusing drums. If you're not going to use a drum and they're done for whatever session, if it's nighttime, daytime, fucking cut them go, cut them loose. Let them go have a extra long supper break, or, let them leave the powwow early for the night or whatever, If someone gets asked for, sing for a special, then yeah, they got to stay. But, I mean, don't make every drum sit around and, just wait around for nothing. And another pet peeve, man, you damn powwows, you got to make sure you're cleaning your porta potties, man. You should have, I've been at powwows in the sticks, and somehow they have, those trucks coming and clean them out every day so they're fresh again. It's 2023. We're going to be 2024 next year. There ain't no reason there should be mounds coming out of the fucking toilet seat, And I'm not even saying this is definitely a past thing, but I went to 2 or 3 powwows this year that did that. They cleaned it the first day, it was fresh for Saturday, but then they let it go all the way till the end of the weekend, and it was a big fucking powwow too, man. I was like,
which powwow?
That would have been Samson. So whoever ran it that year, you guys just gotta fucking.
It wasn't in the budget.
I guess, man. But you gotta consider like everything, man. Like it's
That shit wasn't in the budget.
Rocky
I
Boy
guess.
was kind of bad too, bro.
well, they're notorious for that. That's another one I'd say. Fucking, I've definitely seen some
Rocky Boy was pretty bad for that.
some homely mounds.
Some
being
shit
made.
pyramids.
Yeah, for real.
Bro, it was rough.
Yeah, like when it gets to that
use
point.
the fucking bathroom in there, bro. It was fucking rough.
Yeah, like when it gets to that point, what are you supposed to do if you gotta go number 2? Are you just gonna fucking, I guess, hover? fucking,
Fucking better off shitting in the camp, man.
as I was gonna say, fucking just go take off to the bush if you got to.
What about you, Nelson? Powwow pet peeves there.
No hoots at the powwow. No. For me, like, for when a powwow is flowing and like everything's going in order and this and that, is when the MC gets a little too overpowering for the powwow. Starts taking control of the drum order. Starts taking control, like, you know, what I even noticed too is like even some people will hype up this drum, you know, sitting to my left.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we go down here. Let's go. Let's rock. Here we go. And then the next group, all right, go ahead, take it away.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like,
Yeah.
why would you do that?
Yeah, just to add to that, I mean, like, it really rubs me the wrong way when MCs do stuff like that, but they'll, like, name off, like, the accolades groups have done, you know, or, like,
Yeah.
that they got to their name.
Grammy
And,
nominated.
like, you'll build one group up so high, and then you get to the next one. Okay, take it away, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fuck.
bro, and exactly that little pause after we say that is like, oh, all right. Then.
Yeah, man, like, it's just like you're putting them on a pedestal, and that's how it was at Red Deer. They were blowing up Creek and Feds.
I thought I was gonna say that those boys were talking about last night. It's shit they'd like hype them up. The announcer just kept hyping up Creek and Feds, and then you get to the next guys, and they'd be like, "Yeah, just take it away, guys."
And it's not even like a jealousy standpoint. It's more so like a respect standpoint to where respect what everyone's doing around the drum and what everyone's trying to portray, right? Like,
Yep. If you're gonna name off the accolades for one group that's done something good, or, you know, gone out and won stuff, then go ahead and do it for the rest of the groups that, you know, gone out there and done that too.
I mean, if you don't know them, go get to know them. You know?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get like some MCs are like, you know, more cool with other drum groups than
getting
others, you
pumped.
know. But
of course, yeah, of course.
but no, it's just annoying to hear that, man, because like, well, obviously you don't want no like bias or, you know, anything like that for, you know, you don't want to give anyone a head start on, you know, nothing, you know. So like, you know, be as fair as possible. That's just how I see it, you know. Like, it's nothing to say you can't be more cool with this drum group or, you know, anything like that, but just try not to play favorites or, you know, make it sound any kind of way.
Yeah, and-
Because, I mean, like, a lot of these groups, like, fuck, we all come from long places. You know, we all traveled there and spent money to get there. You know, it ain't no different from them just because, you know, they won this power or that power.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. And like, I mean, it even happens to our drum group, right? They'll hype up our group, and then right beside us, they won't.
Yeah.
And that makes me fucking feel weird. I'm just like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? So I mean, like,
me.
so like, so I don't like I've helped out with like committees and like head staff and stuff like that, and like working with head staff, bro. Like, that's like one of my pet peeves is when the MC tries to control everything going on, doesn't let the head singing judge do his job or the arena director do his job.
Start picking out drums out of their own
Yes,
order.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just like, hey, man, like, we have a flow. Keep the flow going. Don't try to do your own thing.
We're gonna do another song, third song.
So,
This drum group, be ready. And it's just like,
Yeah, it's
who
just
should
like,
we boycott then? Who should we cancel?
Well, do
Nah.
you guys feel like that takes away from the competition side of singing? Like,
I don't know if it takes away from it, but, like,
It does kind of make it a little bit lopsided.
it takes away from a group that's not as accoladed as the group beside them.
yeah.
yeah,
They sound good.
Like,
but
yeah,
they
what
just
if
don't have
they're
the
rocking,
achievements.
but they don't get the same hype as the group?
Yeah. And, like, it's not like a real long list of people that won, like, Gathering or, you know, whatever power they're trying to blow them up about. Or, you know, there's not a big list of people that won, like, Grammys or been nominated for awards, you know. But that's nothing to say that they're not, you know, just as rocking or they don't sound good either, you know what I mean? Like, You know, give them their due. Give everyone the same due. That's
To me,
all I'm
I
saying.
think you should just tell them where they're from.
Yeah.
You know, just representing their people from this tribe and where they're from. Go ahead.
I think it kind of like fucks with the judges too, because
Yeah.
like you're putting it in their head like fuck, these guys are the shit. Like we should
Exactly.
hook them
Yeah.
up, and then you get to the next person like, well maybe, and a lot of times they're not even fucking singers that they
It's
pick.
an influence.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's, an
It's like a
influence.
dancer, and it's like,
It's
oh
a-
yeah, like, shit, they've been winning. Let's,
Yeah. When you say
Hook
stuff
them
like
up.
that, like it turns into almost like a popularity.
yeah,
contest or
and it takes
something,
it takes away from it. And
like it's less about what they're sounding like right then and there. It's more about like, oh, these guys are
yeah.
that drum group. You know, that name, you know, carries more weight than what they actually sound like there. You know? So
And if you do listen to like the announcers from the 90s and the 80s, it was more so like directing the powwow in a way like this is what the arena director said. This is what the head singing judge said. Not this is what we're going to do and this is what we're going to do right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's more so like you took direction from what you were told.
Well, you know what they used to say, right? Igakima.
Yeah. Try hard.
Fuck, I haven't heard that in years, boys.
But yeah, that's one of my pet peeves is, you know, MC trying to be controlling of the whole powwow, so to say. Everything.
And sorry, all you other groups out there, if they hype up somebody else, don't think you still can't win it, because they're just champ that weekend. It's just a whole another week. As soon as
yeah,
that,
man.
as soon as that Monday
Exactly.
hits, it's just a brand new week. It's just that weekend after is over.
We did real good all summer, and then we fucking lost. I mean, we never thought we would lose at that powwow before, and it's happened. You fucking lose, man. But the thing about losing is you gotta know how to lose, and you gotta know how to win. Like, don't be a fucking jackass just because you win everywhere.
yeah.
Don't be that jackass.
And if you can't handle losing, then I hope you keep losing.
For
real, bro.
For real, like, man.
That
just-
shit's whack.
I mean,
bro.
nobody likes losing. Nobody
Yeah.
does. Fuck no, nobody
I
likes
never
losing.
lose.
But at the same time, it's like,
What about Fort
fuck,
Kip?
I got more respect for you if you can eat
Oh.
it on the chin, man.
Yeah,
Oh.
like you should, like at the end of the day, like everybody's still
Alright,
bros. Like shit, congrats, bro. Like
Yeah.
if somebody, you know, some guys you're close with, like
Like, be
Fuck
salty.
yeah,
It's
guys
okay,
win.
man. Be salty. Be mad, but fuck.
at the end of it, so it's alright.
Yeah,
It's at the end of the
Don't
day.
let it carry into your personal life.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh,
Exactly.
fuck that.
Well, like there's like been some people you go and like if you beat them in drum contests, like I've noticed there's some people you notice if they beat you, fuck, they're all smiles and all happy, and then if you beat them, then they fucking out. and
They don't even
hands.
shake your
And
hand.
it's like, what the fuck, like.
Well, I don't shake hands no matter what. So
You know, if you don't, if you don't go to the powwow, you don't have to shake anybody's hand. Stay your ass home.
Head nods.
Oof. Just
Since we're all
Fucking judge from the couch.
since we're all singers here, so what's an ideal singing judge for you guys?
An honest one.
white guy.
An honest one. How would you guys? Yeah, I mean, would you guys feel more like comfortable with the non-native judging singing? Like you tell them what to look for, you tell them.
I mean, that could work possibly, but in a sense, but like you gotta know what's going on, or you gotta have like an idea of it, like at least some type of exposure beforehand, you know. And like the main thing for me, you could be a non-singer and go judge drum contests, but like, I mean, you gotta be of mind like what you're looking for, you know. Even if you can't sing yourself, you know, I don't know if you have people in your family that are singers, or you know people that are singers, talk to them about it, you know, and see what you should be focusing on, you know. Not, you know, that's, you know, it goes back to this, you know, hype thing and everything. If you're going up there clueless, you know, then of course you're just going to pick a big name or, you know, whatever drum group you know the best, you know, that's who you're going to get the best scores to. But you just got to keep in mind everything, you know, like, you know, all of us paid money to get there, you know, we paid gas money, pay for rooms, whatever. Most of the time, at least, you know, sometimes we get hooked up for like free rooms, you know, unless it's a host gig or something. But anyways, like, there's certain things you should, you know, be looking for, and like you shouldn't hinge a drum contest on if someone has, you know, a cleaner drum area or, you know, drum spec. That stuff should just be a given, right? When I see that on a ballot, I feel like that's a waste of a score. Like, that doesn't alter anything then. But if you have someone who goes up there and clueless, and, you know, they'll look around. You know, we've all seen people come look around and stuff, like look extra hard, and like, oh, there's one pop can. it goes from a 5 to a 1.
Yep.
And, you know, like a lot of these drum contests, they come down to like a few points sometimes. You know, there's ties, shit like that, and you know it matters. You know,
The words of Norman, the late Norman Baker, said it's a singing contest, not a sitting contest.
Exactly, and you know, it's up to whatever the head judge what they want to hinge more points on whatever But I'd rather it more just be on the singing, and for the judges personally, I'd rather you pay more attention to to what the actual singing going on, and who's most in tune with each other, because I know for a lot of these top groups, we see each other throughout the year and whatnot, and how I go, approach a drum contest or whatever. I know in my head how you've sounded at your best, and I'm gonna go off of that. But I'm gonna be, keep in mind who you have there, the different crew, whatever. But I know there's a standard you set for yourself, and I'm gonna hold you to that standard. Yeah. So if you're not hitting on all cylinders or you're not living up to that standard, well then I'm gonna judge accordingly. I'm not gonna Z you out or shaft you or nothing, but I'm gonna give you the fair score in my head. That's just how I approach it personally.
Yeah, I mean, if a person just walks in who doesn't know how to sing or even hold a tune, like obviously there's singers who don't sing powwow, right? There's singers out there who only sing at ceremony, who even sing to themselves, but they know how to sing. So those are the kind of like judges I think that should be, listening to it or like judging us, because at some point or some time, they've obviously taken the time to listen to the music over the years too. I mean, you get people that go into a singing contest that never sang in their life. You've never seen them in a ceremony. You've never seen them even touch a drum, but yet they're standing there judging you. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That just sounds silly to me. That's like applying for a job application with zero experience. It's the same thing. So, I don't know. To me, like, out of all the people there and the people that hire you as a head singing judge, try your best to like weed out people who are not singers, who are not, don't appreciate the drum as much as the singer sitting there. That's my thing, right?
I would say to pick the head singing judges that know singers, who they are and how they are as a person. Because you get the ones that are like one. I won't mention his name, but we went to one powwow and he was the head singing judge, and he came to you, Nelson, and he asked you. He was being fucking sneaky or fucking trick. Like, I don't know how to say it. He was
conniving.
Yeah. He was trying, and he asked you. He said, "Who do you want to judge you guys?" And then you told him, "Just pick an honest judge. He's honest. But he was trying to weasel you into
letting me pick my own judge.
Yeah, but we knew how he was. We know, he was a hater, and I remember him saying that, and that was one of the things. Like,
what's his name?
Oh, all right. No, but like, I mean, just shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just dirty, man. And like, I've helped out with Mandaree singing contest, and that's one of the bigger contests in the year. And like, obviously, people are kind of like always asking, this person did this or that person did this, or did you see what happened to this? And I'm just like, fuck, man, just sing. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about you singing.
Yeah.
Right? So, and like, when people always come up to me and like ask me, oh, can we do this or can we do that? I'm like, dude, whatever it takes, bro. Whatever it takes. It's a singing contest.
However many singers it takes.
Yeah. Whatever it takes.
Bring the army. If need be.
Yeah,
bring the army, man.
I mean, I've had people come and ask me, hey, is it okay if we add this person? I'm like, fuck, whatever it takes, bro. I don't care.
I know with us guys, like, a lot of our problem with the singing contest is like dancers. And dancers have their favorites already, and that's kind of the hardest thing because people expect dancers to, kind of judge and know the contest.
Right.
But when it comes down to it, it's just like
their favorites.
Their favorites.
Or their bros.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's the That's the reason why I asked, because yeah, it's hard to get away from, and
Definitely.
like there's some up and coming drum groups that don't get that love because people are gonna be like, oh well, this is so and they've been here longer and they get that right because they've been here longer, and it's just like, well, these little guys are blowing these guys' doors off,
Yeah.
but they never get that chance, and that's what's hard is because you always gotta beat the hype, you gotta beat the reputation,
Yep.
and you can't do that if you're just coming out the gate. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like, I don't know. Like, it's almost like they're giving the older or more known drum group the more of a benefit of the doubt. Like, it matters less than how someone's sounding right then and there.
Well, that's what goes back to people holding a drum group to a standard, right? You already know the standard of how they should sound.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Like at Black Hills, Red Leaf sounded pretty good, but it's because they're younger. They didn't make the
fuck,
top
they
10.
were rocking, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like rocking.
That's no shade to anyone else that made top 10, but, like, I mean,
They should have been.
You
in
got to
there.
give people their due,
Yeah.
And I mean, if more than one person, could say that and be like, yeah, I mean, like that's a general thought everybody had after the fact of the matter, and I don't know, like I'm all for top 10 and all that shit and everything. If you want to make it like a more of an event, come the last day or whatnot. But I mean, like, I don't know, it's hard to weed out the bias, I guess. Like, there's no good way to put it, So I'd rather just everyone be there till then, if possible. We've all helped out with Mandaree Powwow in the drum contest. What we do, like maybe the last round we'll do like a top 10 or top 5 or something, if that. But I mean, like, let everybody sing. They all traveled that way to go be there. Let them sing. The results are gonna be the results, but everyone regardless showed up to sing. So let people sing, man. Don't kick them out a whole day early if you don't need to,
Yeah, I think it's like sad too, because like some of them are sit there and wait, and then they didn't make top 10, and they just like packed up and left.
Yeah.
And you got to do that in front of everybody, and it's like, damn, bro, like, what the fuck? Like,
Hunting Moon was tough like that.
I don't know, it just felt ugly, like just watching everybody around just.
It was fucking slammed in there too, bro.
Yeah.
And like some of the bros stuck around, and it was just like, fuck. But so my question is too, like, say they do the top 10, right? Would you want some of those singers to judge you?
Exactly. That's the. If they're gonna stick around,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
as long as
I don't power though.
But I mean, like,
Going to Durant right after this.
but I mean, like, well, obviously, it's up to the head drum judge. You gotta like you guys said earlier, you gotta know who people are, where they stand, or what how they're known to be. You gotta keep that in mind if you're gonna go, ask them to judge or ask them for a round or whatever, But you got to keep that in mind. It's up to your discretion. If you could go get them, even if you know that, if you want to go have them judge anyway, that's on you. But it's just keeping things in mind like that, I honestly, if at all possible, I'd rather have an actual singer, or like even if they have past experience, or they know what's up more than just any just random. Sometimes I even see people like don't even sing, don't even dance, nothing, and they'll be in there holding the ballot, and I'm just like, well. Why is that? There's all the people here at this powwow, and that's who you ask. So if anything, if I have the option there to actually pick a singer to be a judge of a singing contest, that's what I'd want. But I mean, I know a lot of times it gets like when you're running like especially at the bigger contests and whatnot, like it gets more difficult to find those kind of judges because most of the singers that are there. Yeah, picture time. Hold up. But yeah, most of the people that are there, or most of the singers are there that you would ask to judge, they're already singing, right? So then you gotta, like go down your checklist and weed out who you're gonna ask to judge and everything. And that's when you fall back on your personal knowledge of people, or like what you know of them to be, or what they know. So you just keep that in mind really, and go from there. That's how. Because when we ran Mandaree that one year, and everyone was there, and all the singers were in the singing contest, right? And I was running around. I was like, well, who am I going to ask to judge then? Because all the people I would off the top of my head, I was like, well, they're singing with them. They're singing with them. They're already set up. I was like, well, all you can really fall back to then is, who has, that experience, or, that knowledge of being around the drum. So I mean, that's personally for me, your discretion, but that's how I view it.
I think one of the craziest things though, when you guys did your final round, you guys just started in the middle, then went to the drum. Couldn't have was it recorders? Kind of stand behind the judges.
The $50,000 contest.
Was that no mic? Was that
No,
the mic?
we didn't allow recorders around the drum. We didn't want people around our judges that year.
Yeah. And it was crazy. It's just like everybody, because we all remember there's just the judges and the drum, right? And then drum groups are saying, "Man, I heard this, I heard that," and it's just like, well, how do you know that there was nobody around them?
Exactly.
And that's just, as singers, you want the best opportunity. You got to put it in the trust of your judges, but don't make assumptions like that, because it's just like
that was a really stressful contest to run.
Hell
man.
yeah.
Because it was just like, I don't know, there were so many good groups there, and it was like I wanted it to be anybody's game, and I wanted everyone to feel like we're gonna make top 5 here. You know what I mean? That's basically when you go to a powwow, you shoot for top 3, top 5, or whatever it is. But man, that contest was wild, and like obviously it felt weird telling nobody record, nobody around here, but it made people assume, and made people uncomfortable a little bit.
there was even somebody saying, "Yeah, there was a drone." I was like, "What?" My drone captured it. I was just like, "What?" Yeah,
Shit gets
too
wild,
much,
man. I mean, let powwows just be powwows, and just try to be as real as it is, because the world around us is fake already, right? I mean,
Keep it legit and real.
yeah, let powwows be as real as possible. I mean, there's a fake world all around us, so.
It was like we said before, take your L's, take your W's, and next weekend is a open weekend. That's all it is,
Yeah. And I was young once, right? And I was really hungry to win, like be competitive, try to be like compete with the best. And it's okay to be like that. It's all right to be like that. Just be respectful, right?
Yeah.
And don't be a fucking jackass, man. That's my thing. Is like, you can win, but you can fucking lose just as fast too.
Honestly, when you go like week to week, like, I mean, once you leave that powwow, it's basically like a clean slate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're not building up accumulative points as you go powwow to powwow. Like, once that powwow is done and you go to the next place, well, it's a brand new opportunity. Like this guy said, like it's a new week. And I guarantee you, every single drum group out there, from the tip top to the ones that are just starting, we've all been beat. Ain't nobody out there undefeated, That's something to keep in hand. People want to pedestal drum groups, anything like that, but, I mean, shit, we've all got second, third, whatever, every single drum group's been Z'd out, too, to the point where you don't even place. We've all been there, so.
I haven't been there yet.
What does that feel like?
I don't know what you guys are talking about. But,
I remember that year we helped out right at Hinkley. We got Z'd out. That's the first thing you say. He's like, "Well, this is how it feels, huh?" You're like, "Fuck." You're like,
first
"Shit.
thing.
Fuck. It's been a while since I got the gate. Forgot what this feels like."
Just laughed it off.
Fuck yeah, but I mean,
but that's what I mean. That's what it fucking takes to lose, right? It's just like, oh man, fuck. So yeah, man, eat your fucking loss like a champ, man. It's all good. Respect for you more than you can eat a loss.
Exactly.
I don't lose.
Oh, this guy's talking. We'll see you here next week and see what place you guys are.
Yeah. Man, fuck the red.
That's on the bottom list now.
Yeah.
worst powwow of the year.
Yeah, I'm not going back to that powwow. Nah, it's a good powwow.
Alrighty. Well, I want to thank the boys for coming through and sharing stories. This is like a Young Bear dedicated episode, man. A lot of laughs and awesome stories, man. I mean, as drum groups, we've all kind of been there. And like Jude says, man, hey, it's part of the lifestyle.
Rock stars.
Yeah. Back then, yeah, it was freaking.
Shit, we had Oh, leave it at that.
What are you guys talking about? Nah, just kidding.
We'll go back in another hour and a half.
Fuck.
Well,
Is this like
one
the-
story?
Oh,
No.
Look, I feel like we're a bunch of old washed high school athletes just reliving the glory days.
Reminiscing. Coach would have
About
put
the
me
pride.
in.
Power hour.
If my knee didn't give out that year, well, it took us to state.
My lead didn't slice out. We would have won gatherings.
I would have had my voice.
If I didn't miss roll
If
call,
we didn't triple beat together, bro.
Hey.
We got real ocean now.
Real story, though. Real story, though.
You guys stole my shine. I finally got to lead for contest, and you guys go and do that?
Damn it.
Where was that at?
Onion Lake.
Still holding on to that one.
Last contest song. Boys were in first, bro. We were in first, and we were singing this song, and me and Jude triple beat it together. And went, do-do-do-do-do. Oh.
We were doing good, too.
Yeah, first. It was the fucking first start of the song.
Let's put it this way. The points break down. We were 3 points behind first. Second place was 1 point behind first. And, yeah, I mean, that's the
Guaranteed
difference
that was-
sometimes.
that
And that was a
was-
stack contest, too.
So tight. It was Northern Cree, Bear Creek, Young Bear. What was it? What was got fourth? Young Spirit, and then Wild Horse and Whitefish tied off, and Wild Horse won. Blackstone got Z'd out that weekend.
And also, like, Stony Park.
Stat.
Couple
Little
other,
Island Cree was there.
Yeah, it was a... That
Bro,
was
it was stacked, bro. It was like really good
It
contest.
was a hell of a contest. But, yeah, I mean, like, when it's stacked like that, I mean, like, that's what it comes down to, a few points.
Kind
or
of
a moment.
I was feeling that song.
It was good other than that.
You guys couldn't... You're sitting right next to each other. You couldn't give them the nudge or the look.
No,
We were both
Just
in
feeling
the
it.
moment.
just fighting over downbeats.
Get out of here.
I got a question. You guys ever pinch for a lead?
Fuck no. How about you, Nelson?
Fuck you, Tom. Yeah, I did. And it was crisp as fuck, so fuck you.
No regrets.
I won't say any names, but that time we went to Winnipeg and Rylan was a little sauced up and he went in the bathroom and there was that drum group singers were in there. And Rylan went off just fucking sogwayed away in that bathroom.
No, he was standing there taking a piss, sogwaying, wasn't paying attention to anybody. And then he turns around, that guy standing there looking at Rylan ready to fight. And then that guy says,
No, Rylan says,
no, that guy says to him first, he says, fucking old styles out, contempt's in. And Rylan's like, what? Then he fucking, real, like loud as fucking his face. And he said, let's see you do that without pinching, bitch. And then he fucking pushed him. There was a fucking brawl in the bathroom after that.
About you? You pinch Southern?
Yeah.
Just for the highs.
All the time, same with Old Kelly and John David.
Shit, John David just pinches just to cut that stutter off. That's all. Yeah.
Damn, everybody's probably thinking we mean as fuck.
It's all right. It's my brother. Shit.
No,
Give
but
him hell.
I don't know if it caught this before, but we were talking like, you know, like with powwows, try to keep it real, and that's what this podcast is kind of really about, is just keeping everything real, man. Talking about the realness of behind the scenes, what's going on in between the powwow and whatnot. Like what you see on YouTube is just a contest song, and what you see and what you listen to is just 3 minutes of the powwow. What we're talking about is the overall thing of the aftermath, what goes on during the powwow, you know, before the powwow. So there's a lot to it, man. It's fun.
I think I still need to hear that one about when you guys were up in Canada.
Thunderchild?
Oakdale.
Real quick.
we left your guys' house in Poundmaker. We caught that little ferry, remember? We caught that ferry.
Two Thunder Child.
Yeah, and we caught that little ferry, and then we got to the powwow, and there was a long line of cars, and we pulled up, and they said, "You guys have any drugs or marijuana on you guys?" And they rolled down the window, and then they said, "Search them right away, search them." Now the girl was, and everybody had their smoke was stashed in all their own separate spots, you know. They pretty soon one by one they start finding everyone's bag.
Bro, they found it all.
They found everyone's bag in there. All right, we'll let you guys go in, but we're gonna confiscate this. And we're just about ready to pull out, and that security guy says, "What's your guys' drum group name?" And I looked real quick, I was like, "Oakdale." "Where are you guys from?" I was like, "Montana."
Pulled in. What's your guys'
Fucking put him on the spot when he's ready.
Oakdale's not even allowed up in the Thunderchild.
Oakdale's banned.
We've never been here.
Yeah, that's that story right there.
Fuck yeah.
Could have said Sacred Eagle.
Yeah.
Shit, it was on the moment. Had to be quick.
So before we close, we got to do the 5.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
What's
top
your Dream 5?
Dream 5.
Northern and Southern, or all together?
Just do northern. The next one we'll do southern.
All right, Northern. All right.
First of all,
you're making this difficult. Does it have to be one style or the other, or is it
You're
just like
making
a
it difficult.
Everybody.
You're the one making
Your
it
favorite
difficult.
singer.
All right, well, I'm not going by how it would sound together. I'm just throwing 5
Top
singers
5
out
singers.
there.
Yeah.
Top 5.
All right,
Hurry
I'd say
hurry up.
me, probably Mike LaFrom, Mr. Let me think real quick. Tones. And let me throw a contempt singer in there. What's the guy from Black Bear?
Brock?
Junior.
Yeah, him. He's pretty fucking solid. And one more. That's 4, right? Yeah, it's 4.
No, it's 3.
That's 3.
No, it's 4.
Were you
you're
serious
leaving
on Tones?
You're leaving Tones in there?
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking lucky.
Hey,
motherfucker.
fucking bullied him into it. Fucking don't count.
Fuck, he earned it.
What about me, man?
What about you?
What about
Man, let me just go ahead and throw everyone's fucking favorite in there. Harvest.
All right.
The icon.
nobody arguing there?
It sound like it's not.
Top 5. I'd say Michael Fahm is probably one of my top ones. We did this last time, but I kind of got to think about it a little bit more. Powwow, Standing Rock too.
Ooh, yep.
Pretty crisp, pretty solid.
Damn, there's no one really like that guy anymore either. It's fucking Chris.
Probably Late Quiche.
3.
Yep, for real.
I used to like late Don Kingbird, how fucking loud he was
yeah.
too.
Yeah, fuck, he had a nasty
Straight
cut.
volume. And probably contempt wise, probably Justin from Bear Creek back in the day.
Oh,
yeah.
The first lead,
Yeah.
was super contempty.
yeah, that was a unique one right there. Fucking, no one sounded like
Nobody
that.
could like replicate the way he led,
Yeah.
like at all. Fucking sick.
I can do it now without pinching.
The whole episode, this guy.
This guy's gonna
I
have
don't know what it's like to
to
lose.
need a bigger hat.
What's this guy's deal, man?
What's his deal?
He sings with Indian Hill now.
Moving up.
I'm kidding, bro.
Let's go, Keys.
Any closing thoughts there, Tones?
Fuck you guys. Nah, have a good weekend, man.
Hell yeah.
Closing thoughts. I'd say just be a good person, man, or karma's gonna get you sooner or later.
Karma's only a bitch if you are.
Yep. You reap what you sow, man. If you earn it, you deserve it.
About
So
this
just be
fucker?
cool.
What about this fucker? Closing remarks. Yeah, man. Just be good to one another and do more of what makes you happy. You know, these days it's tough to be in a state of mind where shit's always positive. So try to be the positive bro in the room. Try to push positivity around everyone around you. So
Who are you to be?
who hurt you?
Brother Zoe.
Everybody going Durant. Win or lose, still booze.
Yeah.
So, just
Are you going?
no.
Me neither.
Hey, for those of you who are going to Durant, I challenge you.
Oh,
Go knock over that bull statue. If not, at least get a fucking group pick. You know, everyone fucking wrestling its on. Fuck, at least
dope.
trying.
about
Challenge.
100 fuckers around that bull.
Yeah, challenge.
Go pull on his nuts.
Whoa, whoa.
We know what you're doing.
We know where Tones is going. But yeah, just travel safe and hey, if you lose, it's alright, and if you win, congrats. But I hope Tones gets humbled. No, I'm just kidding. I'm fucking around.
Sweet day, drive home.
Well, yeah, thanks boys for coming on, and
Yup.
that's about it.
For me, love.
Kiss, kiss. Little kiss.
Drop the
Big hug. Little kiss.
Now,
Big
kid.
kiss.
Now kiss.
Alrighty, well, thank you to the bros for coming through. Leeroy, Nels.
Go ahead, close it. Hey, I brought us in. I closed this shit.
Let me finish my final remarks.
Hey.
Fucking Rude Jude came on.
Not even.
He's like, hey, motherfucker.
Having a flashback real quick.
Alrighty.
Sorry.
All right, go ahead then, Jude.
Why?
We're
We're
waiting.
gonna go over here to JT.
Alrighty. Everybody be safe. Love what you do and do what you love. And we can give it to Brother Jude to close this out.
Not for real.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Drive safe. And like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.